Wherever you go, whatever you do, I will be right here waiting for you.
You might know him as The Machine. His government name is Bert Kreischer.
What's up, everybody?
Bert, how are you, buddy?
I'm awesome.
Good to see you.
I'm
Last time
awesome.
we saw you, we were all together in Pittsburgh for your show, The Fully Loaded.
Oh, I totally forgot
Fully
about
Loaded
that.
tour? Yeah.
Yeah.
We're not
I
memorable.
totally forgot about that.
Yeah. That was fun.
That was wild. That was
Yeah.
crazy. All the Steelers came out.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
Hayward
dude, your
got-
production is so top notch.
It really is
thank
good.
you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
runs so well.
And then we're going to see you in Vegas.
Oh, Vegas.
Next month.
September 27th and 28th.
That's
Are
right.
you coming out?
I thought about it. We could possibly, I
You
got
thought about it.
No, I thought about
Can we
going.
get in?
It's scheduling. Oh, no, you know where
No.
are we?
We're with Sublime.
September's so crazy.
Yeah.
Oh, we're in Philly.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
have
we're
to do
doing
a
an event
Sublime
with
thing.
Sublime.
Yeah.
Dude.
And then we have a
I'm
theme park takeover.
Yeah.
I'm so into Bradley Noel's son singing.
Yeah.
I think it's so cool.
Yeah, he's
It's
really
fun.
he's having the best time.
He's having his best life.
Yeah, he really is.
We just saw him recently, and I was tripping out. I'm like, wow, this is weird that this is his son singing with the original band members. You
Dude,
know?
Sublime was such a big deal when they. I don't know if you remember when they came out.
I do.
I just moved
96?
Yeah.
I just know 97.
Are you sure?
Well, they probably came out in 96.
What
I
I-
discovered
yeah.
them in 97.
Don't challenge
Yeah,
Woody
yeah.
on
I
this.
discovered them in 97. I was going to a Dave Matthews concert, and someone put in Sublime, and we hit a joint, and I was like, "What am I listening to?
Yeah.
This is magic.
This is amazing."
Yeah.
And Bradley was supposed to go do an interview with Greg Gorey, but he died instead.
Right. Oh,
Like,
yeah.
real true story.
what
Yeah.
a way to get out of an interview.
July 1996.
July. Oh, wow.
Yeah.
1996.
Okay, yeah. You're the Rain Man of that stuff.
I don't know why. It's a talent that I've got, dude.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
You know why? Because I'll associate a certain place, like where I was working, like what radio station I was at when that came out. And so, yeah, I was working at 97.5 WPST in
All right.
Trenton, New Jersey.
Let's do this. Nirvana. Smells like Teen Spirit.
Smells Like Teen Spirit. That came out in 91?
Yeah.
91.
Damn.
I remember where I was when I heard that for the first time.
Where were you?
I was in Sally Hall, room 111. We used to do this thing called time traveling, where we put tinfoil all over all the light panels and poked holes in it so it looked like stars. And we get high and we lay on our back and look at the stars.
Yeah.
And someone put in Smells Like Teen Spirit. And I turned the lights on. I was like,
Yeah.
hold on, what are we listening to right now?
Yeah. Hey, what's a drug that you won't do?
Right now?
No, I mean, no, just in general, because it seems like a time, place kind of guy. But is there one, like, no matter what the time or the place, you're just not doing it, not touching it?
I probably never do. I'd probably do heroin before I would do acid.
Okay, you've
Really?
never,
Wow.
you've never done
Wow.
either one of those?
No, I think I have. I've done acid, and I've done pharmaceutical heroin, Dilaudid, before. Yeah. But like, I just acid for me, doesn't make any sense. It's too much of a commitment. It's why I don't like scuba diving. It's like you're there
Yeah.
for. I went scuba diving with whale sharks in Japan.
Yeah.
And they
Nice.
take it down. They take it down 40 feet, and they're like, "So we're gonna spend 45 minutes with this whale shark." And I was like, "Cool, that'll be great." You get down there after 5 minutes of seeing a whale shark that doesn't do anything. You're like, "Okay, I'm out." and then
Yeah.
you're stuck there for another 37 minutes.
This
And
is
I'm like,
what he says
Absolutely
about
not.
snorkeling. He hates
Yeah.
it. because-
snorkeling? Okay, I'll take one further. I think jet skis are for morons.
Really?
I think
Wow.
jet skis
Wait.
are for absolute white privilege morons.
Wait,
Really?
is this because Tom's got one?
I bought it for him.
I know. I was gonna say
Yeah.
because you bought one. This is like
I
that.
forgot about him at jet ski
What-
as I was about to make this rant.
Okay.
Was this about that whole birthday thing that you guys had going back and forth? Like he bought you something crazy, you bought him something crazy, you
Yeah.
bought him a race car.
You got to top each
Yeah.
other.
Yeah,
Right.
every year
Then he
we
bought
had to
you.
top
What
each
didn't he
other.
buy you Hitler's cup or teacup or
That
something?
was the very last present we ever gave each other. We stopped giving presents after Nazi memorabilia got in the mix.
Yeah.
Because all I could do was buy him a brand new Klan outfit, and I was like, I'm not doing that. How do you top Nazi memorabilia? No, but I was in Alabama. I was on the lake, and I was watching. What it is the amount of arrogance and privilege that goes into a person riding a jet ski. They think they have all the talent because they're going 40 miles an hour, hauling across the lake. But they're idiots. It's like, you know what it's like? It's like, at least with a motorcycle, you have to take a class to learn how to ride a motorcycle. Right. Imagine if they just gave motorcycles to people in cushioned rooms, and they're like, have fun. And then you just watched everyone put on Hell's Angels outfits and be like, I'm the best at this. Children ride them. I hate.
So when you're on a jet ski, you don't have
don't
fun?
do it.
You don't
I don't
enjoy
do
it?
I don't do it.
Really?
Yeah, I don't do it because I'm a man.
But
because you're a man.
All right, I'll drive a boat. I'll drive a boat.
You're from Florida.
Yeah, I grew up in Florida. Listen, I remember when I was a child, the first time I got on a jet ski, and I was like, this is awesome. Thank you, Mr. Casper, for letting me drive it.
Yeah.
And he was like, just be careful on it. And I was like, sure thing. I'm in the middle of an ocean. How can this possibly go wrong? And nothing goes wrong because it's a false sense of security. It is like
You can't hurt yourself on that, really.
I was talking
you
to
could.
my podcast producer.
It's difficult.
Oh, you can definitely
Yeah, you
hurt
can
yourself.
definitely die.
My
You
daughter
can
Isla
crash.
almost killed me on one.
Oh my
Yeah.
God.
But what, were you in the water and she ran you over with it? Like, because if you're driving one and you get thrown off, it cuts the engine because you have the thing on your wrist. and,
Allegedly.
you know.
Get hurt.
The very last time I ever got on a jet ski, a wave runner, whatever you want to call them, Isla was probably 10 or 12, and Leanne said, take Isla out, let her drive, give her a little confidence, drive with her. And I said, no, absolutely not.
Yeah, because you're gonna ride bitch.
Yeah, I'm not gonna let a child take me on a jet ski. And she goes, no, this is how, I do it with Georgia, and it helps build confidence. And I've done it with Georgia, and Georgia the whole time goes, I know, Dad. And I was like, no, you don't know. That's why I'm telling you. You're a child. So I go, all right, I'll do it with Isla. So I get on the back with Isla, and the first thing she says was, hold on, big boy.
Oh, no.
And we started going, do you know in the morning when you get on a jet ski and there's no waves, and all of a
it's all
sudden
glassy.
the jet ski gets on top of the water and you're not even touching the water, you just hear
Yep.
Hydroplane.
yeah. And then she yells, I want to try something. And I went, what? She goes, I'm going to dig a hole. And I know she had seen rednecks dig a hole. It's when you cut it real quick.
Yeah.
And I go, we're going to, and she cuts it. The jet ski just hydroplanes out of control.
Oh,
I go
God.
flying.
Right.
Whoa! She's still tethered. She weighs 70 pounds. She's still on the jet ski.
Sure.
Yeah.
I fly off. My head catches the water. Right? My head catches the water. The jet ski slams into my side. I knock the wind out of me.
damn.
Just the worst sound ever. Just I don't think I'm messing around. She starts laughing, going, and then I lose it. And I'm like, yo, you're done. I'm driving it back in. She was like, stop being dramatic. That's all my daughters. My daughters and my wives are bullies. They're bullies.
Yeah.
And they think everything I say is histrionics and all metaphor. It's all fluff talk because Dad tells stories on stage.
Well, was that it? Was that the end of jet skis?
We pull into the jetty where the little cove where all the families are, and everyone's having a great time. And I pull in. I'm really mad. And Leanne goes, why are you back so fast? And Isla says, Dad's about to tell you one of his dad stories.
Oh, being
Got out in
dramatic.
front of it.
Yeah.
I lost it. And then I didn't bruise.
Oh.
And I was
see,
so
'cause you're a
angry that
man.
I didn't bruise,
Oh.
that I didn't have all the bruises that I needed
Yeah, you
to
wanted to
represent
show
my
for it.
wound.
Sure.
Right.
Yeah, you wanted.
But
the
yeah,
story.
that's the last time. And I won't get on a jet ski with Isla ever again. I won't get on a jet ski.
Now,
I
I'm
think
not
they're-
saying this happened to Bert Kreischer, but the last time I was on a jet ski in Belize, because they do give them to anybody,
anybody.
the lady got off and she was too fat to get back on. They had to bring three different dudes in.
Although I think it's pretty cool. Like you see a guy like at a resort kind of place where they are doing the jet ski wave run, whatever you want to call them, and they're standing like kind of on one leg using one arm, and they're like flying around because they're repositioning the jet skis and stuff. It's like jet
Super
ski
fun.
acrobats.
Oh, I was in, where were we? It had to be Mexico, I'm guessing. We were at a resort. No, it was for like a thing. I did something for a thing. And we were at a resort, probably a cruise. And I saw two, and it bothered me so much. They rented a jet ski to two overweight black chicks together. And I immediately, I'm a water guy. I grew up in the water. And I said, I said, that's irresponsible. I go, if one of them falls off, and they will. One of them's going to fall
They
off.
don't have the upper
They're
body?
on the same one.
On the same one.
On the same.
He smacked his
He's
Starbucks.
angry.
Same one. And I said to the guy, you don't know what you're doing. They don't know what they're doing. No one knows what they're doing, but I know what we're doing. And what's going to happen is one's going to fall off and she won't be able to get back on. I didn't say that.
Yeah.
I just watched it. And they both fell off.
Wow.
And they never got back on. They never got back on. And they went out far.
Did they find their pod eventually?
They had to go out and get them. But I was like, dude, boating. I'm like, you're getting into my Instagram thread. I am obsessed with anyone who takes out a boat and doesn't know what they're doing. That is like so dangerous. Do you ever see those people trying to take a boat out of the jetty and you see the waves just overwhelm the boat? Boats sink. How many billionaires have we lost this month?
I know.
Right.
A dozen,
Right?
at least.
That's overconfidence.
Yep.
That is adjacent to jet skis. That is
know.
the same dude that makes $80,000 who rents a jet ski is the billionaire who rents a yacht. It's the same thing.
Yep.
Yeah.
And
All right.
what Bert just said is why we had a segment called GoFundMe, because remember how that started?
Yeah,
the couple,
some idiots.
young couple sold all their crap, bought a sailboat in like Gulf Shores somewhere, and then immediately crashed it, and then put up a GoFundMe.
Day one.
To see
Yeah.
Hold on. I think I took a picture of that of me next to that sailboat.
No way.
I was in Clearwater and there was a sailboat on. I have the picture. I have the picture on my phone. There's a sailboat on the thing, and the dude's sitting in the sand with his hands in his lap. And I was like, "Is this your sailboat?" And he was like, "I just bought it 2 days ago." And we're like, "Dude, there's so much more to the water than you know."
Yeah,
It is such an arrogant.
Yeah.
It is like I took Leanne surfing, right?
Oh, I saw the pictures of that.
Yeah.
It was amazing.
I was amazed. I was amazed everybody was able to stand on the board. They get up and stand on the board.
It takes a while.
Well,
takes a
that's
long while.
That's the thing is like people like Tom Segura goes, "I'm gonna go surfing," and I was like, "That's not gonna happen. You're not an athlete. You're not an athlete. You don't barely swim. You don't go into the water." And I was like, "It's not. It's more than just like I'm gonna go surfing."
Yeah.
And they have boards that they can get big whales like Tom up on.
Yeah, longboards.
It's not even a longboard. It's a 15-foot board. It's a coffee table.
Oh, wow.
But if you're gonna go surfing, it really is. Honestly, I'm speaking very honestly. I've always asked for the biggest board they have because it's the funnest way to enjoy your day.
Yeah.
But then we went this time, and I've been a couple times, and the kids at Jamie O'Brien Surf School were like, "Do you want to challenge yourself?" I was like, "Not really."
Yeah.
Because you don't understand. Like, tragedy can happen so quickly, and like my wife is oblivious to tragedy. She's just like, And so we get out. We go out 3 days, and it's great. It's very minimal waves. When I say very minimal waves, people would say no waves. Okay, anyone who surfs say no waves. The last day, a storm comes through. I don't know if you've seen the big storms coming in.
Yeah,
But there's
huge.
big storms coming through Hawaii.
Right.
And they're like, "Yo, the waves are going to be big." And I said, "I'm out." And Leanne's like, "Come on, let's go." And I went, No. I don't think you understand what they're saying. They're saying the waves are, Hawaiians are saying the waves are going to be big.
Right.
That's like, if I told you that's a rough crowd, you don't want to get on stage.
Yeah.
Okay? These are Hawaiians. Their family started in Bora Bora. They took a canoe here because of human sacrifices. And they're telling you the waves are going to be big. You don't want to go into the water.
Yeah.
And they're telling me to challenge myself.
Yeah.
The advice sounds sound.
So we go out in the water. First wave. I'm gonna say it so you understand it. If it was a Hawaiian, he'd say maybe it was a 3-foot wave. In California, it was a 6-foot wave. It was a massive wave.
Yeah.
It. By the way, I'm just telling you the story because this is exactly what happened. There is a German couple and a family of Japanese people. And so none of us, Germans never been around waves. Yeah. These Japanese people don't speak English. Everyone's in a big clump and a wave's coming in. We are a disaster waiting to happen.
And knocking everybody
so
together.
many boards hit me. The fin of my surfboard broke off. It was a traffic accident on the 5.
And meanwhile, your wife surfed it all the way into the shore, right?
No,
all the way to the beach. No problem.
My wife did surf it all the way to the shore, and then she got stuck in what they call the middles, and they're like, "Oh, she's in trouble."
Yeah.
But my wife just loved it. She loved it. She was
Yeah.
like,
Wow.
"They were crashing on my head." And then she's like, "Honey, we're going out to Oxnard. We're getting ourselves a professional surf coach. We're gonna be surfers. That's how we're gonna spend our empty nest."
Oh my God.
Well, Bert Kreischer is here. He's got a couple shows next month in Vegas, Resorts World Theater. You can get all the information by going to rwlasvegas.com. Also, BertBert.com.
I love that comedy is taking it over. It's awesome.
Yeah. And so this is like a new show, right?
Yeah,
Double down.
I've already done my special, so this is all new material. I can run through it on my phone. If you want to
Okay,
hear it. No,
sweet.
I'm kidding.
Yeah, give us your opening bit, you know.
It's so funny. My stuff is so I'm not like the edgy guy anymore. Like I don't really care to like try to break, like to see if I can get canceled. I just like telling what I think's funny and like, and it's all sensitive stuff.
Right. It's all right. What do you got? Like,
No, I had a joke that Shaquille O'Neal was dyeing my hair.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I was getting prepared to give a speech about about blood pressure medicine but Shaq was dyeing my hair.
Yeah.
And I woke up and I told my wife and I said to her casually, I go, do you think he ever dreams about me? And she goes, do not text him that.
Yeah.
And I was like, why? Because like, do you ever think like people dream about you? Like
Maybe.
I dream. I mean,
Yeah.
who have you had a dream about where you're like, God, that was weird. How did they get in my head?
Yeah.
And then you wonder how many people's head you've gotten in. Where you're like, what's the most famous person that ever had a dream? You ever think Joe Coy's ever dreamt about you?
I have no idea.
I know he has
only.
about Menace. I can guarantee that.
Yes. Yeah.
Like it's
Maybe.
like you know there's people that dream about. I'm just curious who dreams about me.
Yeah.
That's so
And
random.
my wife's like, do not talk about that on stage.
So do you make notes like when you have these random ass thoughts of yours? Do you like write them down?
I write them down, and then what I do is
Because almost everything out of your mouth is a random like shower thought. Like Greg has these thoughts every once in a while.
All
They're
the
completely
time.
random and out of nowhere.
I keep notes.
High thoughts, some people call them, but like right now, I don't know. Maybe are you high?
No.
Okay, good.
I didn't even get high last night.
That random
Okay.
thought reminds me of Brian Regan when he did Comedians in Cars Getting Coffee. Said, when somebody tells you, oh, the bathroom's down the hall to the left, be sure to jiggle the handle, because the toilet's messed up. His random thought was, what is the highest ranking person in the world that's ever been told you need to jiggle the handle? He's like, can you imagine like King Charles gets told, oh, jiggle the handle. It's like, what's the highest level of person that was ever told that?
I ran into Brian Regan at the Atlanta airport.
I love him.
Recently, I was on vacation with my family. Right after Hawaii, we went to Alabama, hence the jet ski rant. And he said, how are you doing? And I have never looked at the road more appetizing. I was like, put me on your tour bus. I'll open for you. I was like,
nice.
I miss the road so much.
Yeah.
I miss being on the road, like being in a tour bus, being with your guys, getting picked up at the airport,
That'd be fun.
off the red eye, hungover, cold beer when you get on the bus, then a nap, then a workout. I miss it so much.
Yeah, when we hung out with you in Pittsburgh, it like is such a fun environment, like constantly throughout the entire show. Yeah.
Can you understand? Like people go, why do you work so hard? It's not work. It's like all the Steelers came out. We had a golf simulator out there.
Yeah.
They all hung out. We all smoked weed. Oops.
Allegedly. And then afterwards, the party continued. It was so fun.
And then it's like I looked at Brian getting on his tour bus, and I was like, and I looked at my family getting luggage, and I was like, God. Yeah. I guess that's what when men who want to cheat on their wives must feel like when they see like hot chicks walking down the street.
But your mistress is the pavement.
My mistress is the road.
Yeah.
Woody Show.
It is the Woody Show and the Machine. Bert Kreischer is here.
You know.
So check out BertBertBert.com, at Bert Kreischer on all the social media platforms. He's got his all-new show, Bert Kreischer Double Down. It's going to be in Vegas at the Resorts World Theater. That is on September 27th and September the 28th. Of course, all the different podcasts that he's a part of. I mean, there's the Bertcast, there's Two Bears,
Love
which,
'em.
dude, the vodka's going extremely well, right?
Yeah, the vodka's doing great.
So Bert and Tom have that vodka porosas, which I do. Look, I have a hat on display.
Yeah, right there.
Ooh.
It's great. We got our merch is almost as good as our vodka.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
That's nice.
But anyway, so I heard an interesting stat. I think it was your wife that was telling me that you guys were on track to being like the fastest growing or whatever, like a vodka brand ever.
Yeah.
Pretty cool, right?
I don't know how to. Yeah.
Anyway, I'm
No,
saying is
it's-
that that was a few months ago. Are you
That
guys
was a few months
still
ago. Yeah, it was-
still on track
Yeah,
for
we're
that?
still on track. We just are growing. Right now, our problem is to not grow too fast because we're like
Fulfillment and
we don't
stuff.
You
have,
wouldn't want
we don't
that.
have no, but we don't have the ability. We
distribution.
don't have the ability to do it.
Yeah.
So I mean, up until probably 2 months ago, they were still filling bottles by hand in Texas.
Whoa.
Wow.
Yeah, I know.
Cool.
And so so we were tracking, and then so we had Tom and I had to put in more money to upgrade the facilities, and so now we went down to go look at the upgrade. They upgraded the facilities, so now they can do, I think, I don't know, someone that knows more about this, but like they can do 10 bottles at it looks like the Shamil Shmazzles.
Oh yeah,
like,
Laverne and Shirley.
Yeah, we actually put a glove on the
Nice.
thing.
Right, Incorporated.
Before that, they were just it was like a bunch of dudes just filling up bottles.
Wow.
Yeah, and so we're trying to meet demand. So like we're supposed to go out in Florida, Texas, and California right away, and we couldn't. We just couldn't fill it. So we had to go out in Texas first, and then Florida and California. We just got into Costco. We're in Costco at Southern California, and we're in Texas. And we just got into Nevada.
Well, congratulations,
Nice.
man. I'm glad it's
That's
going
awesome.
well.
Awesome.
So yeah, Birdcast, Two Bears, Something's Burning. Let me talk about Something's Burning real quick. You've had a lot of really cool guests, and one thing that I just learned on a recent episode, you had Richard Marx.
Yes.
Your favorite.
I love Richard Marx.
Dreamy.
He is so cool.
I got to meet him and hang out with him at some point.
Dude,
I would love that.
I don't know the right way to say this without, because it's, when you talk about celebrities, I know that the way they want to hear you talk about them. I know that when people bring my name up, I go, please say something nice. And then they say something just to bust your balls, and you're like, you could have been nice.
Yeah.
But like, he is a regular person.
Yeah.
He's just regular.
Yeah.
Like,
Normal dude,
he's
super talented.
like this is like the cool thing. I thought this was cool. Is he was excited about the car that he bought his wife. Like, if you're a celebrity, I think sometimes they don't even know the cars they buy.
Yeah.
But he like took me out to show me the car. He had driven it, and his wife is Daisy Fuentes.
Yeah, hello.
Yeah.
Nice.
And he was so cool. And the episode is with.
Well, what's the car?
I forget.
Okay.
I actually forget.
Okay, I thought it was like leading up to
Can I tell you?
Yeah.
I just bought my wife a car. And so I was too excited to show him the car I bought my wife. So I didn't pay attention to anything he told me. I was practicing my sentence. I was really excited that I had enough money that I could buy Leanne a car, like a nice car.
What'd you buy her?
You don't
remember?
Don't know.
Okay.
No, but I know
what you bought her.
I don't know I know it's a Mercedes, and I know it's an AMG. And I know it's a convertible.
Is it like that? Okay, not convertible. So it's not that like
but I don't know
that
the number
Mercedes
of it.
like wagon.
Right.
What's that thing called?
The model. The G-Wagon.
The G-Wagon, not the G-Wagon. She's not a Kardashian.
So I picked out the one I picked. It's a AMG convertible. It's like a
that's cool.
It's 4 seats, but you can only really sit in 2 of them.
Yeah. Oh, does it the one that has the roll bar that goes
No
up
roll
when
bar.
you hit the?
No roll
Yeah.
bar.
Oh, okay.
And so I got her
cool.
one that I thought she'd like, and then she didn't like it, and then they brought over another one, and then I was like, okay, if you like that, then yeah.
All right. So want to hear a cool story
Yes.
that I learned from Something's Burning. So you know the story, Bert. So Richard Marx was saying this is really cool. He was asking about working with Lionel Richie.
Okay.
And he goes, no, dude, Lionel Richie's super cool. And I want to hear something fun. Here, see, I had this all ready to go. Let me fast forward in this a little bit. All right, let's see.
So Richard Marx was working with Lionel.
There we go.
Was he? We'll find out.
All night. That's Richard Marx.
Oh.
All night.
I thought that was a chick.
All night.
I thought it was a group of
It's
people.
smooth as butter.
Wait.
All night. All night.
I thought it was like 20 people.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Wait,
thought
can
it
I
was
give you a
female.
better Richard Marx story?
Yeah, sure.
I think this.
But I was like, that's cool because
Yeah.
That's a fun fact.
That's
Who
a fun
knew?
fact. That's a fun fact.
I think this is the coolest fact. I think one of his biggest hits, Right Here Waiting.
Yes,
love
of
it.
course.
Yeah.
I need a
So
mop.
good.
Banger.
He wrote it as a songwriter, and they sent it out, and the first person to get it is Barbra Streisand.
Wow.
And so he gets on a call with Barbra Streisand, and he says, I'd love for you to sing this.
Yeah. And she said,
yeah, I need you to change the lyrics around. And he was like, what? She goes, honey, I don't wait for anybody.
That's awesome.
So we started singing on the show.
Yeah.
You'll be right here there for me.
Wow.
yeah, it doesn't work the
Yeah.
same.
It doesn't work the same.
But I
for
tell you what,
Barbra
man.
Romantic.
This is a great song.
Oceans apart, day after day.
Wow.
And I slowly go away.
Oh yeah,
I hear your voice on the line,
yeah.
but it doesn't stop the pain. If I see you next to never,
Next to never.
how can we say forever?
Everybody, come on, Greg.
Wherever you go, whatever you do, I will be right here waiting for you.
Yeah, what a great song.
Oh,
Yeah.
beautiful.
Nice.
Yeah.
I thought that was really cool.
Yeah. I did have another question because I've noticed a lot, like on the different, whether you're with Tom or you were just on your wife's podcast. She's very funny.
Yeah,
Leanne's a great
Yeah.
person. She's very funny. I don't know what made you get into this, but I was like, oh, dude, like when you see a friend, you're like, why would you go down that road?
I already know what you're going to talk about.
Like you were talking about, like you weren't asking if you have the biggest penis that she's ever been with, but like it was something along those lines. What was the question? And she's laughing at you.
I said,
And you seemed like legitimately hurt. Did that hurt you at all?
yes, yes. That's
legitimately?
definitely not a conversation we share on a podcast.
All right.
Yeah.
Well,
That's
you
like,
did.
yeah. And I said, she goes, well, there were guys before you, and I said, but I was the best looking. And she goes, you were, you're the cutest.
Oh yeah.
And I
She said.
and I said I had the best body.
Well,
and
because
she goes,
I know
well,
what it was because it started with she was saying along the lines of like, you are a different kind of guy than what I normally would go for.
Yeah.
Which is always flattering.
And so I'm making light of it, going,
Yeah.
oh, so you weren't attracted to like really good looking guys before that?
Getting.
And then she was like, no, I was. And I was like, no, but like I had like really in shape guys. And then she was like, no. And then I said, guys with the really big. And she goes, well, they're. I forget what she exactly said. But it was something to the effect of "There's been
I've had bigger, yeah.
And I, went,
Something, yeah.
and I was like, "Yo, what are you doing?"
Yeah.
And she starts laughing.
She's laughing.
Yeah.
And she was like, "What?"
Well, the laughing started as soon as you said, "Oh, because basically you have the biggest penis," and she immediately starts laughing.
Yeah, and I go, "What?" And you can see it. I would say this. I don't mind that it's in the podcast. It's real. It's fun. It's whatever. It is. Look, that is the reality of when you date someone. That has to be the thing, I guess. Whatever.
But you don't have that conversation,
but
dude.
I would have
I know,
edited
you
it.
don't wanna know.
I would have edited it differently because I would have edited it differently only because I would have edited it out. There's a moment where you cut to me. I just saw this yesterday. You cut to me and you see the reaction in my face.
I
where
did.
go, where I
That's
go,
what I'm saying. I
Yeah.
did.
I would have cut out the beginning of it and just gone to the reaction in my face, going like.
Yeah.
Like I would have just that little second. It would have made it a better clip. That's just me as like a
Yeah.
podcaster.
Yeah.
And, but it was like why would you ever like? I would go what? And then she was like, well, I was just joking. I was like, hold on.
She's saying
I go,
that now.
I go, hold on.
Yeah.
And then I had to. I was like, what are you supposed to say? I was like,
Yeah, well, that's why you never have that conversation.
but also, it's like I got to be honest with you. I've been with my penis my whole life,
yeah.
and I've been in locker rooms with him,
Uh-huh.
and he's not the coolest guy.
Yeah.
Okay.
So like I'm well aware of what I have.
It's the
Yeah.
funniest penis in the room.
It's definitely
You gotta-
it's
you gotta-
definitely
you gotta
the wealthiest.
compensate with humor.
I'll take. I was like, yeah. Oh yeah. How much money do those guys have now? Here's my question. So we go to now. Let me ask you this, okay?
Yeah.
So we go to her lake house. I just talked to Tom about this, and I'm curious if you have the
Whose
same
lake
response.
house?
My wife her family has a lake house. That's where we went to Alabama.
Gotcha.
So we go, and they just jazz it up, and they're putting pictures of the whole family and all the memories up. And I go through, and I see a picture of my wife's grandfather, who is her favorite person in the world, and my wife's ex-boyfriend.
What?
Wow.
Wait, and
Okay.
Leanne's not in the picture.
Not Leanne's not in the picture.
So it's just the grandpa
them two.
and
With the
the
ex.
ex-boyfriend.
Interesting.
So I took it off, and I destroyed it.
Yeah.
I
Under
destroyed
no
it.
circumstances
I destroyed
does
it.
that stay.
Yeah.
And they were upset. They're like, why would you ruin that picture of Pop? And I went, it's not a picture of Pop. It's a picture of Pop and some guy who had sex with my wife.
Yeah.
That's not a picture. You've met plenty of pictures of your grandfather.
Yeah.
Hey, go through your catalog and find the one of you and him. Why do you care if you got one of him and him?
Yeah,
Like what?
that's interesting. That's so weird.
I hid it at first and then I destroyed it. I hid it and I was like, why am I even hiding it? I'll never want this to anyone see this.
Yeah.
What am I going to send it to that guy?
Yeah, here you go.
Having that up seems like psychological warfare against you.
Yes.
Yeah.
It kind of does.
I'm so
That's
glad-
mental
Who was
terrorism.
behind that? Who was behind that? Can you name names?
No. Well, I mean, no, they don't listen to this show. They're in rural Alabama. Yeah, they don't even get cell service
But
there.
also, you and your wife have been together since what? College almost? Right?
No. She definitely like. Oh my God, I'll get it even worse. Oh my God. So we see the picture. I destroy it. My daughters start laughing hysterically, and they're like, "Who is that guy?" And I was like, "Nobody. It doesn't matter." And they're like, "No, who is he?" I go, "It's one of Mom's ex-boyfriends."
Could have been your dad.
Yeah, it definitely couldn't have. And so I said to my daughters are in the back of the car. My father-in-law is hard of hearing, so he can't hear anything. Leanne's got to shout to him. So it's like we're in a helicopter. The two of them are in the front yelling at each other. So we're in the back. It's almost like being a limousine. And Isla goes, "Can I see some pictures of your ex-girlfriends?" And I said, "No, I don't think it's appropriate." And she was like,
Do you
"Wait,
keep those? Like, do you have those?
No, I don't have a picture of my ex-girlfriend.
Oh, yeah,
I
okay.
can find them online.
Oh, yeah, you
yeah.
find them online,
Yeah.
but I always thought it was weird that when people would keep pictures of their ex.
Of their ex?
Yeah, like, I don't know why. Like, what are you doing that for?
I don't have
Yeah.
one.
Me neither.
Yeah.
And I was
That's how we
married.
break up.
Yeah.
We burn them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
I dated women when you had to have a carbon copy of them.
That's right.
Yeah.
Like I don't have digital copies of any of my
Sure.
girlfriends.
Yeah.
And so I said it's not really appropriate. And then Georgia starts laughing. She goes, "How many girlfriends have you had?" And I said, "Not a lot." And then Isla goes, "What's your body count?"
And what'd you say back? What's yours?
I said, I said it's not it's not very high. And they said, "Well, we know who you are. What is it?" And I said 6. And they started laughing hysterically. They go, 6. I go, "That should seem like a lot to you guys."
Yes. Oh my God, as a dad, I would freak out. Like, what do you mean?
They're like,
I know, not just
6.
one.
That should seem like an
6.
insurmountable number.
Yeah.
George's like, "I have friends who have 6 on their thing," and I was like, "What?" And I was like, "Really?" And then they're like, "What's mom's body count?" And I was like, "We are not bringing this up."
Never.
It's not even that much worse than mine, but it definitely is higher. It's like
I don't know why you have that conversation.
Oh, it was.
Yeah.
I know, but just like when people date and they have that like why? Like
Why
what
you do
purpose?
this?
What purpose does that serve? Like, what are you going to do with that information?
I was the guy early before. I think AIDS is the reason I did it. Is like when I was younger, I needed to know how many guys you'd been with, who they were. I needed to know all of that. And then when I met Leanne, was the first person that I dated because I had one night stand, but like the first person I dated since like college that I was like, I don't need to know anything about anything. I love her. I like her. And I trust that if they were someone that she liked, that I would have liked them too, I guess. Or I don't know.
I don't trust that.
Oh, I do.
Not when it comes to my wife.
Yeah,
but two of my wife's exes ended up being gay.
It's weird.
She was hanging around theater dudes.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Love that. Love that.
Yeah.
Love that.
Yeah, she's like, it was really weird. They never wanted to hook up. It was like they just wanted to go shopping and see shows.
Oh, I
like besties.
Yeah.
That's pretty great.
Jealous.
Yeah.
Yeah. They didn't become like NFL stars or anything like that.
Right. No, not at all.
My wife had one con artist. In her,
Ooh.
in her
Oh,
body
wow.
count, yeah.
Like ended up in jail kind of con artist or?
No, it was like you ever have someone tell you a story and everyone at the table knows the story,
It's fake.
and but
Yeah.
you're so
Yeah.
close to the trees you
Yeah.
can't see the forest.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
so she's like, yeah, he was a designer. He had like a big clothing company that he sold for millions of dollars. And we're like, where did you guys meet? She goes, he was my manager at Lowry's.
Oh, okay.
And we're like,
Okay.
and so he sold it for millions of dollars, and then he became a manager at Lowry's. She goes, yeah.
Oh,
We're like,
okay.
Oh, that's interesting. That sounds so real.
The mapping
That
method.
sounds so real. A lot of times people sell companies for millions of dollars and then go back and take like 19 steps backwards and become a night manager at Lowry's. A lot of people do that.
But did that bring you joy hearing that?
No, I couldn't stop laughing.
Yeah.
It's like the one time my wife's friend, this is horrible. You can edit this out if you want. My wife's friend told me she tried to commit suicide.
All right.
Hold on, Bert's crying, laughing.
I'll laugh with you. I get it. That's funny.
And I just was like, we were on dinner. We were at Cabrera. And I said, how? She said, I tried to jump off a cliff.
Tried? How did you fail?
I go, what did you miss?
Right.
There was a surprise.
What a loser.
I could not stop laughing. And I was like, wait, can you fly? Is there more to this that I don't know? Were you holding on to a branch? Did Superman show up? I couldn't stop laughing. But everyone was so serious. And then when she got up to go to the bathroom, everyone was like, yeah, we never really called her on that.
Oh my God.
Boy.
Bert Kreischer is here. Bert Kreischer.
Oh my God.
Woody loves a good suicide joke.
Oh my God, they're the best. They kill me.
Yeah,
We got Bert Kreischer here, the machine.
Yeah.
All right, so clear something up for me.
Dude.
Go back to the timeline of when you met your wife.
Yes.
What like how old were you? Is it before or after college?
It was after college. I had to be
college.
20. We had an argument about this.
Okay,
20, I was 28.
But you met Leanne after college. You said that your what did your daughters call it?
Body count.
Your body count is 6.
Yeah.
How are you the party guy,
Cover Rolling Stone.
the machine? Like, how did all that happen and your number's only 6? I would say it would have been 600.
Do you ever see? There was a I think it was a documentary on MTV a long time ago about now, I'm not this guy totally, but I understood this guy.
Well, for those of you who don't know, so Rolling Stone had a feature about like the biggest party animal in college. It was like the whole inspiration for the movie Van Wilder. That article was about Bert Kreischer.
It's incredible.
So, like, how are you that guy?
There was a documentary.
And it's only 6.
There was a documentary on MTV about this group of friends, and they were following the one friend, and he was the fat friend. He was the party guy. He got wasted, but he was insecure, and he was scared of his body, and he didn't feel confident, and he really wanted to lose the weight, but he didn't know who he was going to be if he lost the weight, because he was the guy that they loved, because he was the party guy.
Right.
And so I wasn't totally that guy. I was in shape, but like when I lost my virginity, it didn't go well. Like it just, it was like epically bad, epically bad, like humiliating.
What was so bad? What was the worst part? Like,
Okay. First of all, didn't even know how to put a condom on.
okay,
Like, so I unrolled it all the way.
yeah, dads don't
no.
usually show you.
You just did the tip?
No, I unrolled it
All the way.
Oh, and then tried to
So I was
wrestle
17.
it on?
I was like, my mom rolls my socks up, so this is how I.
Right, right.
Shoes on, pants around the ankles, varsity Letterman jacket on, hat still on, everything.
Nice.
Pants around the ankles, on the corner of a bed in Carrollwood. Pet Cemetery playing in the other room. Pack of Natty Lights with 6 missing in the fridge, and I unroll it all the way, and I'm like, what neighborhood did I buy this in? Like, this is way too big.
Yeah.
And so get rid of that, pants back up, go back out, go to Jeff Hartley, my buddy, and I go, yo, I need another condom. And he's like, you're already done? I was like, it was defective. And so get the second condom, come back in, exact same scenario, pants around the ankles, Letterman jacket still on, hat still on. This time, words like pinch, reservoir tip makes sense. Like, I never, you'd hear that as a kid, and you go, huh?
What? Oh, yeah.
Then it makes sense. You're like, oh. And as I rolled it down, I remember it felt good. I was like, that was really good. Get on top of her, probably in real time. If you're listening right now, I'm looking at the clock. In real time, I get on top of her. 1, it's over.
Oh, wow.
It's over.
Even with the condom.
Even with the condom.
Wow.
It actually was one of the most overwhelming feelings I've ever had in my life, where I've been building this up in my head this whole time I've wanted to have sex. And when it happened, I was like, that was insane.
I'm a stud.
Yeah.
Was it good for you?
She looks at me with a confused look and goes, are you going to put it in?
Oh,
my God.
I looked down, I'm between her butt cheek and the bed. I didn't even have sex with her.
No.
And I am humiliated. I'm
Is
like,
that a true story? Is this
this
comedy?
100%
That's a
true.
true story. Oh, my God.
I'll give you every part of this true story. Every part of
my
this true
God.
story.
Wow.
I then proceed to have sex with her with a compromised
Yeah.
condom.
Yeah.
I proceed to have sex with her. I am like, I'm definitely not into it. I'm like, what am I doing? This is not how this is supposed to be done. This is supposed to happen at the end, not at the beginning.
Yeah.
Right,
I feel like I went hiking and I jumped in the river and got my socks all wet. And I was like, let's go for a hike. I get done and all I can think is, she's probably pregnant. I have AIDS. Anxiety goes through my head.
Okay.
And I was like, I'm not doing that again without someone I can trust. Where in that moment I can say, I messed up.
And so you psyched yourself out.
And so I didn't. I had sex with her one more time, and it by the way, I did it the right way, and I was even faster. Wow. I was even faster. I knew that I was fast. I knew I was fast.
Man, if you thought the bed felt good.
Yeah,
I know.
Wait till you get the real thing.
I'm actually impressed that you went from crossing the finish line and then just started going again.
I know.
I wish I hadn't. And I wish I'd been real in the moment and been like, I already,
Yeah.
Even when I had sex with my wife, the first time I had sex with Leanne, I was the same. I think I got so in my head about it that I was like, this is, and that's why I never wanted to have sex with people, because I was like, I would laugh so quick that I was embarrassed about it. So I needed to trust the person that I was with to show them that side of me.
Right.
So like,
Get it over with.
Yeah.
But Greg, you know what we say? Like, that's our problem. You know what I'm saying? Like, high five, bro. Like,
We got ours.
whatevs. You know what I'm saying?
On to the next one.
Who cares
You
what
saw
she
the brass
thinks?
ring just like I did, baby.
The Woody Show.
All right, welcome back, everybody.
Yeah.
We've got Bert Kreischer, the Machine, here in studio with us.
Nice.
And you can find him on all the social media platforms at Bert Kreischer. Also his website, bertbertbert.com. Doing all new material, all new show. Bert Kreischer Double Down at Resorts World, the Resorts World Theater. They're in Vegas, September 27th and Saturday, September the 28th. Tickets are available at axs.com. Otherwise, check out the Bertcast and Something's Burning and Two Bears, all that stuff.
Yeah, your face is all over the casino, by the way.
Oh,
Yeah,
good.
Yeah, I was walking
did you
on
see
the
those
boulevard.
pictures?
Yeah.
I love those
I have some
pictures
for you
like
if you
that.
want them.
Yeah. Is it true that you're getting a tattoo, or is that just something you threw out there?
Yeah.
No.
We were having a lot of conversations about tattoos. I don't have one. Greg's got one. Menace has
I have
one.
multiple, yeah.
Like Sammy and I and Gina all do not have
Yeah.
them. And I don't know. Do you already have one?
No, I've never gotten one.
Wow,
so this is-
virgin
okay.
skin.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
My daughters are into them. Isla, I said I'll do it. I don't mind it. I just want to know the artist is good for you guys. So there's this guy. I guess I can say his name, but his name's Dr. Wu. Check him out on Instagram.
Dr. what?
Dr. Wu.
Oh, Dr.
I think
Wu.
it's
I thought you said
Dr.
Wooch.
_WOO.
Okay.
Guy is like amazing. He really is one of the.
So what are you thinking about?
So.
Oh no.
So
It's like for me, there's nothing I like that much that I can say like today that I'm going to love this for the rest of my
Right.
life.
zero.
You know, because like people say, "Oh, what about your kids?" I'm like, well, what if my kids turn out to be like the
Serial
next
killers.
Jeffrey Dahmer?
Yeah.
I'm sure Jeffrey Dahmer's parents are psyched that they didn't go through with that one.
I wanted one when I was younger, but I never got one, and I was always glad I never got one. And then the girls wanted. The girls started getting it. For Isla's 17th birthday, or 18th birthday, they all got mustaches on their fingers.
Oh, that's a
okay.
thing.
It's like a like a bonding thing. Them and all their friends, and I was like, that's fine. And then they wanted one. Isla wanted a straight up sleeve, and I was like, we're not getting this. You're
no.
18. I'm not getting you a sleeve. So they pulled a picture out of our attic that Isla had drawn when she was in kindergarten. They said, draw your family, and she drew us as fish. I'm the big fish. Leanne's the middle fish. George is a small fish, and Isla's an octopus. And they said, we want to get this. We want to get our things tatted on us. And so I was like, okay, but they're like, yeah, and we'll get it the size Isla drew it. My fish is like this big.
Oh, so like
And it's not even that
Yeah,
good.
yeah.
it's like 5 inches.
Remember,
4 or 5
a
inches.
kindergartner drew it.
Yeah.
So I have a kindergartner drawing on my arm, and I was
Yeah.
like, I definitely don't want that. And they're like, Dad, we're all gonna get him. And I was like, no, but I don't want to. Like, I perform shirtless, but people are gonna like, what? Did you draw that on your wrist?
Yeah, like
It looks so bad. And so I'm hoping that Dr. Wu can help figure this out.
Where on your
and
body?
then where are you
doing
going to put it?
I don't know.
Oh no.
It happens at 1:00 today.
Yeah. Oh, on your
Yeah, because
back.
you
Oh,
take
it's
your
happening
shirt off, so
today.
Yeah.
there's
I
nowhere to
can't-
hide.
Can't
Yeah.
put it anywhere on my chest or
What
my
about a
body.
thigh?
Yeah.
I don't want to put it on my thigh.
Yeah, that's
What am-
curly.
yeah, that's like
I don't know. I'm trying to think of a place where it's
like,
like you
maybe
can,
like your
Like a tramp stamp.
shoulder.
The girls
Yeah.
wanted me to get it as a tramp stamp, and I was like, I'm not getting a tramp stamp.
No.
Like, there's
They
too
hate
many.
you.
And I was like, so the only thing I can think is I'm going to see if he can do the whole picture, small because he's really talented,
Yeah.
and
like
put it
shrink
like
it
on my
down.
ankle or
Oh,
something,
okay, yeah.
or like my
I have a
calf.
bunch on my ankle. It's
Yeah.
easy. You forget about it. But dude, we have to show him Morgan's tattoo. Don't
yeah.
give it away.
Okay,
Don't give
yeah.
it away.
Morgan,
Show him the
Well,
side
wait, how
tattoo.
the hell are you gonna? Oh, that one.
The
okay.
side one, yeah.
Oh,
Oh,
okay.
yeah.
She got
Okay,
another.
the side
She got
one.
another one on her pube mound. Okay, that one's
You're
like,
gonna
yeah.
love this one.
All right, yeah. R.I.P. OJ. She did that one on her own.
Yeah, she chose to get
Yeah.
that.
She's a fan.
Bert likes that one.
That's so good.
Fan of the juice.
That's so good. That's so good.
yeah.
That's so good.
R.I.P. OJ. And then,
Oh God, you know how sexy you'd be if I got you naked and I saw an R.I.P. OJ. I'd be like, yeah, we're gonna do this again.
Yeah.
you're coming back for a repeat performance. And then she got another because it was part of something we did for the show. But she got a little stick figure guy. Oh no, don't bring that.
What?
I'm not here.
Yeah.
Wait,
If you're
what is
show-
it?
If you're showing that off, I'm
Do you
not
have like
looking.
a tasteful picture of it?
Oh.
There it is.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay,
yeah,
okay, yeah. Don't whip your beaver out.
Yeah.
I mean, that's starting
like a
with
game show.
starting with it's on her beaver.
Just
Yeah,
just
so-
clean it up down there.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
Mopping
yeah.
up.
Yeah, it's got a mop
Mopping up.
because
Yeah.
she's got hardwood floors down there. So
Oh, that's
It's-
so
it's
it's
very
great.
messy.
mopping up.
Yeah.
That's so
Yeah.
great.
Yeah, no, but she's got a lot of silly tattoos, so it fit right in.
It's that's the thing that kids
Yeah.
do these days is like they're not like getting themes. Like Joe Rogan has like an entire samurai theme
Right.
on his arm.
They're not precious about it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they
Random
just get whatever.
stuff.
Like Georgia's got a horseshoe. She's got a black hole sun. She's got a chicken.
Yeah.
Like it's and you're like, what is this Pinterest?
Just random stuff. Yeah. Yeah, I got a shark because I was on a cruise. The Virgin Cruises, they have tattoo shops on.
That's a
on
smart
the
idea.
cruise. Yeah. So yeah, had a
No
couple drinks
regrets
at that.
there.
No, I liked it.
No, I'm saying for most people who go, I'm sure.
Yeah,
Like,
tattoo
yeah,
shop.
But in
for
the
your
moment.
for your next cruise, we didn't have one on the last cruise. A tattoo
Yeah,
shop.
That
I
would
would-
rule.
It would do so much business.
Yeah, I would do that. But once I get one, I might as well just cover myself in them.
Pretty much.
Do my whole leg. The only thing I would want, if I know this is like cultural appropriation, is as we were just in Hawaii, I would love to get the old school Maori ones where they do it with like the
chisel thingy?
I think
Yeah.
that's kind of cool. Like I think anything that's I don't know. There's just they said, Bert, what do you want? And I said, can you get me St. Jude dressed as an owl in a horseshoe with the number 11 on it?
well, if you put that in AI, it can happen.
Yeah.
What was it?
Put that in AI.
Yeah.
So St. Jude.
St.
hold on.
Jude
St. Jude.
as an owl in a horseshoe with the number 11.
Yeah.
Where's the number 11 go?
And just somewhere in the horseshoe.
Yeah. Number 11 is my lucky number.
Yeah. Well, BertBertBert.com is the website. At Bert Kreischer on all social media platforms. Go see him when you have a chance. I mean, you're going to be going back on tour. You love it so much. You want to go back on the road.
I'm not going back until
I know you're taking a nice long break.
I'm doing the Vegas.
to do.
I like Vegas.
I know, but that's like a one-off. I'm talking about a tour, like when you're
May. I go to Europe.
Yeah.
Nice.
Wow.
Awesome.
Well, Bert Kreischer's all-new show called Bert Kreischer Doubled Down. Resorts World in Vegas, September 27th and September the 28th. Get all the information at axs.com or bertbertbert.com.
I love that.
Yeah,
will you send that to me?
So they made St. Jude an owl, like a human-sized
I think
owl.
that's awesome.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I think that's awesome.
Oh my
That's kind of
That is so
great.
weird.
That's kind of great.
And there's another owl in there.
You
for
put a
some reason.
horseshoe. You put a horseshoe around the sun.
Yeah. Yep.
That's
Oh, nice.
fantastic.
Bert, always great to see you.
Buddy, I love you to death.
Thank you for coming in, man. We love you too.
Thank
and
you.
We're going to take a quick break. More Woody Shows next.